Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more. Hearts of Iron 4 Red World playing as the Greater American Union. Because, I mean, apparently, we're becoming nationalists now. Ultra-nationalist propaganda and whatnot. That's going to be real dang fun. Got a few different effects going on here. Really need to get rid of that. Nationwide conscription. A little concerned about some of that. The resource gain efficiency, minus 45%, is really killer. At least we got the trade councils fully arrested, too. That's pretty good. Civilian factories finished with some tasks. What do you know? All right, let's go ahead and build up at least a few more in the south. I want to get as many civilian factories as we can, and then I want to work on some research centers and stuff. It'll take a while, dang it, but I'd like a bunch of them. I want super good tech. I want to be faster than anyone else. I want to out-tech the Soviets. Dang it. Let's go and grab a little bit more support equipment production since we are building more support companies, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to need it. All right, we're enforcing some production quotas. And once that is done, we have one more step toward, completed, I guess, going toward, getting rid of this early days of Bolshevism. Second reorganization stage. That'll lead to supporting the resources industry? Okay. The Winter Olympics in Iran? Really? Okay. A place for religion. National Bolshevism gets more popular? Really? New officer corps, that's not bad. That's a lot of free infrastructure. Fair wages for all. Consumer goods goes up. Yep. Man, I know Bernie Sanders is trying to fulfill like a social welfare like program and stuff to lift everybody else up, but it's really starting to wreak havoc on my consumer goods, dang it. Frickin' stop it! Alright, Cascadia has signed a peace deal and is now officially independent, which means the UAPR is fighting Utah and the Union of Lincoln, but at least there is an independent nation up over here. So that's good, because it leaves these guys weaker, and now they only have 5 or 6 people left. One really good tank unit might make a difference as far as volunteers are concerned. That would be funny. Not opposed, just gonna train it up for a bit. We'll see. Maybe I can send some volunteers and really make this work. Because I'd love to get the UAPR out of here. I just feel like that means that the Soviet Union is going to be less likely to interfere in my affairs. Unfortunately, it looks like Utah got cut off in a couple places, so I'm a little worried we're going to see his numbers go down. He might lose this war. I mean, that is a lot of mountains is the problem, right? Deserts and mountains. My tanks aren't exactly going to be the most effective in that environment. The freaking fact that the Union of Lincoln has no troops at all is just ridiculous to me. Now, if Arizona is at war, then I will freaking support Arizona till the day I die. Until I can own them. I'm sorry, I've got loyalties. I got loyalties to Arizona that won't exactly go away anytime soon. Alright, shock and awe, better breakthrough for tanks and armor, absolutely get the blitz. So now, if we take a look at, let's say, some of these support companies, it still doesn't really add to any organization, which surprises me. I'm sorry, am I misunderstanding some of this? Wait, I thought that... I thought this is supposed to increase the organization. Am I an idiot? Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on. I thought that this is how it worked. Support companies, soft attack plus 25%, organization plus 10. Maybe there's a modifier. That wouldn't make a lot of sense to me, though. Am I just an idiot? Oh, gosh dang, I'm gonna have to do some research on this later. I thought that it worked. I was pretty sure that it worked. Maybe it doesn't. Alright, we should start producing some of them naval bombers now. Carriers still don't have any planes. Carrier. Add air wings. Yes. I need like 40 of those. No, you only have a capacity of 45. Wait. 30. There we go. Alright, so that's going to deploy an air wing to the carrier. Not going to worry about that right now, but at least that'll be around. And as we produce some naval bombers, we'll be able to stock those in there as well. In the early game, before man the guns was a thing, if I recall correctly, a couple of carriers could make a big difference, but the real trick was to build as many battleships as possible. Like, if I can get the research for it, what we should be doing is researching battleship tech and building a freaking ton of those. Actually, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, do we even have battleship tech? I remember seeing the frigates, yes. No, there are no battleships. What? Why can't I have a battleship? I like battleships. They were good. African Supreme Court in the African Union. Interesting. Did they form a faction? No. I mean, I see the Western African Union, but that's about it. All right, military-industrial revival. We got a bunch more factories. That's great. Army experience for land doctrines, naval doctrines, blah, 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 blah. That's all good. Let's go for the cult of personality. With these extra factories, what should we produce? More fighters, I think. We're doing fine on anti-tank. That's not a non-issue. I'd like some more motorized so we can apparently reinforce. We are producing a pretty reasonable amount of artillery. I mean, 5 per day is not great, but we don't exactly need a ton right now. And we are producing plenty of modern equipment. That is a non-issue. Okay, Utah has stopped delivering because they're under attack. Indian Union? Sure. Texas? Sure. I guess we'll just trade a little bit more with Saudi Arabia. I don't know if I necessarily need the civilian factories we spent on these right now, but whatever. Okay, a few more military factories. Let's go ahead and start producing a few more tanks. UAPR appears to now be winning, and they decided to take over the Union of Lincoln. Utah is indeed dying. I don't think I'm going to be able to save them, unfortunately. Looks like they've already lost their capital in Salt Lake City. Thank you. And now they're pushing off to New Colorado. All right, so UAPR is going to get to consolidate some power, but at least Cascadia did not fall under their influence, so that's something, I guess? Sure, why not? Come on, Bernie, build that cult of personality. Just go on Reddit. You got a lot of people on there who love you. They love you for everything you do. You can do no wrong, Bernie. Feel the burn. That needs to be like our new battle cry. You know how I used to yell imperialism? For the rest of this playthrough, when I declare war, the battle cry has to be, feel the burn! Probably. I don't know. Might be a little bit controversial, but I think it'd be funny. Let's see. For our carriers, you know what, before we forget, let's just go ahead and assign these guys here. 15. There we go. As we produce them, we should be able to automatically reinforce. Okay, we have some encryption and decryption. That's great. June of 2014. We could work on some better fighters and stuff. Interestingly enough, if I go for Corvette, we can skip 2 previous eras of frigates. Which is interesting. Could also research some better companies. Mechanized, yeah, someday. Let's go ahead and work on the Corvette and see if we can just skip some, skip a couple of research techs in the Corvette field, or the frigate field, sorry. Let's produce a little bit more artillery. Okay. So far, so good. We are currently producing more motorized divisions, and I am going to start training up some more offensive infantry and use up some of that manpower that we've got. We might as well. Can't really produce a lot more of the heavy tank divisions right now. We're still just not producing enough. Not that heavy tanks are even that great. The moment you put them in bad terrain, like heavy tanks are terrible. Still. Let's see. I'm going to send you up over here, I guess. Okay, so we have a single tank division. Boom. The UAPR is absolutely going to win, and there's no saving Utah. Too little, too late at this point. And the Union of Lincoln is dead. Okay. Cult personality is done. Good. National Advisory Council gains some political power. Yes, please. Could really use that. Are there any political advisors I could get? That would get me some extra political power. Yeah, there is the silent workhorse in Wilton Chamberlain. That is an option. Daily political power gain plus 2/5. A political protege. Interesting. Reduces stability to do that, though. Huh. I mean, 15% is like what? 0.22? No, 0.21? Wait. No. Should be 0.3. So this should be better. Huh. What am I talking about? 0.1 of 2 is 0.2. 0.05. Yeah, 0.3. Huh. For some reason, I'm second-guessing myself in my math, and I don't know why I'm doing that. More encryption and decryption? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and upgrade our fighters. I would like to have an air advantage, if at all possible. Produce a few more drones, I guess. Some bombers are okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm a little bit shy on aluminum, but that's probably fine. Probably. I want to conquer people, right? Before the UAPR keeps conquering everybody, I want to start conquering more stuff, but I can't. Down with Kingmaker. How much longer until we finish with Mechanized Offensive? 105 days. We can just barely do this. We can go for Down with Kingmakers and then go for Training for Future Wars. And we will get the research bonus just in time before the next land offensive doctrine. Sounds good to me. Okay, we have 126 political power now. Not that it does a whole lot for me, but it's fine. Freaking heck, I want to go to the partial mobilization. Dang it. I want to get rid of these stupid consumer goods. They're murdering me. I'm using so many of my factories. 44%, and it's only going to get worse. Yeesh. All right, we got a few more units. Let's go ahead and just create a new army with you. More military factories available. Sure, I guess. More motorized. I mean, we keep producing more, and that's why we need a lot more, but that's fine. Down with Kingmakers is done. Immediately going for training with Future Wars. You guys change your colors to, let's say, red. Better red than dead, as they used to say. This is not at all what they used to say. I know, it's fine. Am aware. Improved modern equipment. Excellent. I can upgrade all of my guns. So I'm curious, like you... What are the stat differences between some of these? I'm just curious how this is going to work. So modern equipment, 3 breakthrough, 6 soft attack. 4 breakthrough, 9 soft attack. Yeah, a lot better. And since steel is one of the only resources I currently have in excess, that seems pretty good. Sure, let's go ahead and do the... Oh, wait, I can use that for... Wait, why can I use decryption algorithms, the research ahead of time bonus for the advanced software? That's not supposed to be a thing. Well, maybe I want to hold on to that then. A 20% boost in research time is pretty good. I mean, the problem is I have to wait a long time before I get any more decryption, but alright. Sure, fine, whatever, I guess it's fine, yeah. Who's worried? Why question it? It's great. Come on, stability! Get up there! Now I'm technically making positive political power per day. It's like 0.003 or something stupid. But it's there because my stability went up. It's just a tiny little integer value and it's not red anymore, which means I'm okay. Freaking heck, this is a weird, slow way of building things up. We are slowly ramping our way up to victory, dang it. Let's produce some more tanks. I want more tankage. We can produce another tank. Do it. Produce another tank. I think I'll only do this a couple more times. We'll keep training up offensive divisions, and then I probably should train up some defensive ones as well. We have the manpower, we have the equipment. Let's just go ahead and start producing a bunch. Defensive infantry, I wouldn't mind having some things like maybe anti-tank. Again, it reduces the organization a fair bit, but that piercing value can be nice. Get us up to 32.5. Current tank divisions have an armor of 37. But that will be enough to defend against any light tanks. Yeah. I'm not really using support anti-tank at the moment. Let's go ahead and roll that out. I don't know if that's going to be useful to me at all. But I feel like it's moderately helpful. Moderately. Field hospitals are okay, but I kind of don't want to use the motorized on it right now. You guys getting support artillery could probably be fine. Gives you a pretty hefty amount of soft attack. Okay, got a bunch more units. Toss them onto the pile. All right, head down toward Texas. When the time comes, we can quickly surround Houston, eat the rest of the state, cut off the rest of their supplies, and then finish them off. I mean, Texas should be really easy for me to conquer when the time comes. Should be. Real easy. Little low on some resources. Not too bad. We haven't been getting nearly as many event pop-ups, by the way, and it's making me sad. All right, we're training for future wars. Let's go for a greater dream. I don't necessarily need the naval doctrine. Sure, we'll pick this up. If I waited for like a month, we could pick up like partial mobilization, but I really want to get down this as fast as I can. All right, let's see. Still making more civilian factories, but a lot of them are going to those consumer goods. Gosh, dang it. Gosh, there goes another one. I'm getting nothing out of this. I'm getting absolutely nothing out of this, dang it. And these factories are taking like 3 years to build each. It's awful. It's just absolutely horrible. Let's research the frigates. And the destroyers. November 2015, huh? Shock and awe or air-land battle? Hard attack, soft and hard attack for tanks, reinforcement rates, and then all organizations go up, plus air superiority. Or soft attack for everybody, recon, organization and recovery rate for pretty much everything, and then shock and awe is just good. I like the air superiority, but I just generally like shock and awe. I'm sure somebody could make a very compelling argument to me that it's not the best. I am sure that that is the case. Let's wait until this is done. That's now done. Perfect, thank you. Let's go ahead and produce better corvettes. Assign you to the fleet. I assume that's the right one. I can't tell. Which one is the second fleet? Ah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, so these carriers now, for some reason, these ones are automatically, like, evening it out. Getting an even number of planes when a new carrier is built. Not too sure why that changed, but okay. Let's produce some more artillery, I guess. Of course, now we need some more resources because I started building better ships that require more resources. And that's fine. Everything else there is okay. Running low on them civilian factories there. Don't think I'm not noticing you. All right, a greater dream. Yeah, more experience is nice. We are almost done with an upgraded fighter, so I guess I could use some of this air experience to create a better variant. Only slightly better, but a little bit. Okay, that's all I'm producing as far as motorized for the moment, since we have a little bit of a deficit. We're using up a lot of support equipment, it says, but we should be fine. Okay, what to produce next? I guess an upgrade to the aircraft variant. Hold off on that until I get some more air experience from the Greater Dream. Maybe if I can just throw on a little bit of range or maybe some agility or something, that would be enough. It would help. What is the range on these guys anyway? That's a pretty big range. I don't know if I need more range. I think range is fine. That's a huge range. Holy crud. It makes sense. It is a modern day. You know, this is not World War II. We're well past that, dang it. All right, a greater dream is done. Let's upgrade the modern equipment a little bit faster. Work on the naval domination. And then for our fighters, create a variant with slightly better agility, increasing the odds of dodging and hitting your enemy. Mark 1. Build them up. We actually retain a pretty hefty amount of production efficiency, 40%. Shifting over to a new production, that's not bad. Actually, it's pretty decent. Efficiency is one of those things where if you're not paying attention and you're changing up your production a lot, like, it can really mess you up. I need more oil, dang it. I need to conquer Texas is what I need to do. Stop importing all the aluminum and the oil. Save the civilian factories. Which, my God, we are building so freaking slowly. It's killing me here, guys. It's killing me. Okay, well, I guess I just sit around and wait for a bit longer. He's getting... Fun! I love sitting around and doing nothing. Fun! Let's take these guys and create a defensive army. What I can do is start moving a few of them over. And we'll start shuffling out some of my non-offensive units. Make these guys just a little bit more military offense-focused. Should be fine. Centralized fire control is done already. That was pretty quick. Recon Company, yeah. I like, by the way, that in the next version of Hearts of Iron 4, which, by the way, at ParadoxCon, they just announced, like today, when I'm recording this, La Resistance. So a new expansion coming out, and I think it's going to change the way that recon and espionage and such in general works, which is pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I would like a more meaningful recon. I think recon is somewhat important. I don't know, it's a bit of a topic of debate. Some people argue that recon is not that important at all. I think it is. But I'd like to be, like, more obvious how important it is, you know? Let's set up a defensive army here against the borders of Texas, I guess, and we're going to change you to a dark blue. Naval domination effort is going to be finishing up pretty soon. British concentration camps, officially titled Secure Rehabilitation Centers, disguised concentration camps are now being set up throughout the country, from Scotland to the southern English coast. Okay, so are we basically creating the V for Vendetta-style world? I think we are, actually. Like, literally, I think we are. Interesting. I'm trying to remember. Is this kind of what the flag looked like for the theocratic Britain in V for Vendetta? Why do I feel like it is? It's been a very long time since I've seen that movie, so I don't know. That might be a ripoff. I'd like to think that it's not, but what if it is? All right, let's see. It is 2015. We should work on, let's say, some additional construction tech and so on. And the more of an economy we can have, like, the better. I mean, we've almost got 200 factories. Like, that's great. The consumer goods are murder, but besides that, like, the more of an economy we have, the better. Naval domination effort. We can finally work for the second reorganization stage. Get rid of those early days of Bolshevism. Start generating some political power again, and we can reform our government into something better. Finally. It's only taking for freaking ever. All right, a little bit more artillery gain, I guess. We'll be fine. Almost ready to start producing some more destroyers and frigates. I wouldn't mind building some more naval dockyards so we can actually start building more of those. Better ships and so on. We're not producing nearly enough destroyers, I think, but... what can you do? We're not producing a lot of corvettes either. When we get to 4 carriers, I think I'm just going to stop. You don't usually need that many more carriers. Because you can only saturate, like, these airfields so much. Air zones. Pacific States declares war on Montana. Oh, they've reorganized. Okay. Led by Kamala Harris. Oh, no. All right. This is where we might want to send a volunteer. We're going to take a tank, and I guess a single motorized. We go to Montana. I'm going to send some volunteers. 3 units. Send them. And let's move a general over so we get some experience in something. You'll do fine. And we're going to use this to help the fascists in Montana beat down Kamala Harris. March to Atlanta. Oh, who do you think you're going after? You don't gonna take on Atlanta. I took Atlanta. Does that mean you gonna go to war with me? It might. There are mountains over here in Wyoming, which is a slight issue, and the tanks are not gonna perform especially well in that circumstance, but whatever. Better subs. Production efficiency cap. Destroyers, I'm just going to go ahead and do one more. And then we'll produce Destroyer 3s. And those will go to the fleet number 1. Okay. What else are we producing? Nope, that's it. Let's go ahead and start producing some frigates where possible. I'd like to use those. Am I going to get to control the units at any time soon? Like, when are the volunteers going to arrive? In transfer, they are due to arrive in 2 days. Okay. Just in time, hopefully, to save them. All right, they've arrived. Great. So, front line, right down here. Try to cut off some of their units and kill them. The more encirclements we get early on, the more we can obliterate these fools. We are taking some attrition, which worries me a slight bit. Can't really select these guys as easily as I think I should be able to. All right, go. In fact, you know what? You go over here. Okay. Encirclement complete. Let's grab the airfields again. I actually don't know why we have this. Get rid of that. Edit mode. Let's bring you guys down a little bit. No, no, no. Dang it. Grab those. I want to edit and bring you down. Thank you. Okay. Now, the question is, can I encircle and cut these guys off here? I think the answer might be yes. You are actually going to come up here and then just make sure that he dies. Again, not going to fight very well in the mountains, but it's got to be done. Okay, and then pin him down. Let's make sure that that dies. I mean, in a war when there aren't very many units involved, it's 5 versus 7 or 8. Every cutoff and kill, like, evens the odds completely. You actually can now go this way and get a cutoff here, too. That would be easy. All right, so he wants to attack my tanks, but he can't. He's now dead. You are now going to go down this way. You are assigned here, but let's just go ahead and clear this out real quick. Don't worry, Montana, we'll frickin' save you. Heck, by the end of this, Montana might be able to take over all the territory from the Pacific States, which I would find hilarious. Ah, he retreated. Darn it. All right, head over there, I guess. Actually, why don't you go up here, and then we're going to try to do a little cutoff right there. Or something. I don't know. The tanks are fast, at least. Ish. Okay, so you shouldn't have any reinforcements, no supplies, nothing but attrition, so that's another easy cutoff from me. The tanks should be arriving. So with all of our excess breakthrough and whatnot, 150, yeah, we're breaking through his defense, so we should be doing a pretty good amount of damage. Lose an organization quickly, but that's fine. Okay, got that. Let's have you come around here. All right, tanks are on the way. We can cut off their supplies, which means their organization is going to be low because they're not going to have very high reinforcement rates, which means they're not going to go anywhere fast, and I can do a quick surround on them. You go grab this. You grab this. Okay, got that. New goal. Front line. It's like that. Okay. I'll let you guys figure out the rest of your orders in a minute. You head over here. Yeah, clear this out real quick. Come on, get in there. Gosh dang it, now I'm surrounded. And no easy way of getting my organization back. Unassigned divisions. Right, we should assign you to that. Okay. How are we doing in terms of equipment? We do not have a lot of heavy tanks. Yeah. That would be a problem. The attrition in mountains and stuff are not exactly friendly. A little rough to deal with. We are moving very slowly now. But if we can hold on to this, we've definitely got him cut off. Okay, you finished off. Good. Head over here. Okay, so they're cut off, and I'm not. Which means from here on out, we should be able to beat this. 2 more units that we'll get to encircle and slay. If I could get down here in Utah, that would actually be very convenient. Cut them off. Yeah. We're doing things, guys. This is how you use volunteers to decisively win fights that you probably have no business winning. My organization is so low with these tanks, though. If I had artillery infantry, we'd actually probably would be more effective. Let's be honest. As a alternatively, let's be dishonest. That could be good, too. All right. Insufficient resources. Let's trade a little bit more with Britain. We are almost done with the reorganization stage. Okay, we got these guys cut off officially. Head up over there. Make sure you cut off everything you can. Okay, you're retreating because they decided to fight back. But even if he does push through here, he's got no reinforcements coming through there. So that's easy. You head up over here and see if we can intercept this guy, which we can. The organization is just abysmal, though. Can you pierce it back? The answer is yes, we can. Tanks are good. Okay, second reorganization stage is finally done. Now I can do other things, like, let's say, take some revenge. Trial of the committee, get some infrastructure. Southern leaders executed, and so on. That could be pretty helpful. I don't want the consumer's goods. That's a lot more infrastructure. Resource gain. Stability. Army experience gain daily. That's pretty helpful. Alternatively, let's go for revive. Because I want to start doing wars of my own and conquer the rest of the United States before the Pacific states can get anything. Okay. Gonna have to end things here, but thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.